I remember this painting. I really, really like this painting because the quote on it is just so great. I was 14 years old when I came to Haven. Coming to Haven was kind of like a realization of how serious this situation is.
Haven was founded in 1979 to respond to the needs of domestic violence victims.
We started as a crisis line, and then we added the shelter. Since then, we've also added support groups, legal advocacy, counseling.
The emergency shelter provides emergency and transitional housing for victims who cannot stay in their home.
My whole family, besides me, stayed in this room. Man, did we practically move in.
Usually on the crisis line, it's a very immediate need. Once you start to meet these people in a safe environment, then you get the opportunity to hear their story.
I remember looking at this a lot, something to do with the alarm, but I used to wait for it to go off because I was so anxious at night.
Often officers will respond to a domestic violence scene and talk with the victim about our services.
We stabilize, but stabilizing is just the very, very beginning. And Haven, they do what we can't ever do, and that's take them to that next level.
My role is to listen, to give space, and then after a while we start to think about bigger issues, really connecting them with resources that will help keep them safe.
It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be in hiding. It's okay, to have these feelings. The way they help people and the way they understand is unbelievable.
The legal system is very confusing and very overwhelming, but it is structured and there are rules and steps that we take. So I try to keep my clients that I'm working with informed at every step, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what's coming next, so that nobody ever feels like they're alone in navigating this system.
When you finally get the justice that you needed and you see all the people around you that support and care for you, all these wonderful people that are just filled with love, it's almost like it was worth it.
So our current shelter that we've had for over 3 decades now has saved a lot of lives, and we're very grateful that we've been able to do that with that shelter. However, it's also a place that gets crowded at times. We've had 19 people staying in what was built to be a single-family home.
The families are already going through a stressful time, and so living communally is hard for anyone.
There's not enough room in the shelter. I mean, this is turned into a bedroom when really it's supposed to be a place for kids. And makes me feel sad.
We can do more. We can provide these victims with a place where they can have privacy to process their emotions.
If they do have their own privacy and have their own space, we have to remember that's something that they've barely had. I did feel trapped. I felt trapped because I was a teenager. I wanted to go do stuff. I remember looking out here and never being able to play out in the front yard because it was a shelter.
We decided to move from a confidential shelter model to a non-confidential shelter model. It will be possible to interact much more with the community.
Moving from a confidential model to a secure model, I think, is very exciting. It removes the element of shame from victimization.
I'm truly happy. It's a good, everybody should be this happy with their life. The day I walk into the new Haven shelter is a day for new beginnings for all these people, and they can start over and they can live happier lives.